The future is now, and many companies are putting their bets on AI-powered machines. Their AI software, such as Siri, Alexa, and more, is evolving. Nvidia Image AI is learning more and more each passing day, and people are actually enjoying these automatic services. Big tech companies are thinking ahead of their customers, and the big hit they're hoping to present soon are AI-powered robots. Bipedal robots. Yes, bipedal robots. It's their name. This kind of robot is kind of a near example of the far-ahead future. Those are robots that can stand up on their own two legs and, by using AI, understand orders from humans and make their own decisions. Now, before we keep going this way, we need to talk a bit about AI and why scientists and engineers are working on these automatons. If we keep this simple, AI is defined as a science of making machines that are able to think like humans. This means more or less that they're trying to make robots with conscience, or at least the ability to think by themselves. If you are a sci-fi fan, then this concept goes even deeper, and you can grasp that future robots will be able to actually comprehend and have the capacity to analyze and understand our intentions, what we expect, and how to give us the best results. In the beginning, companies developed this trying to solve problems that machines could get done faster. Now the companies we mentioned before want to solve the global labor shortage problem. You might ask yourself at this exact moment if there's really a labor shortage problem in the world, and this probably sounds crazy, but yes, there is. We won't be digging into politics or social commentary, but long story short, there are jobs that people really don't want to do. Companies want to fill those positions that more often than not require extra strength. Robots could do these hard tasks without complaining or working extra hours with next to zero problems. The person who used to do that job can specialize in the training of those machines or could do something more specialized in the same position. Maybe that same person could do something else entirely within the company too, related to what they used to do. If this is good or bad, we won't be discussing. This is why these robots are being developed, and they are a glimpse into the future. Humanoid robots have been around for years. We could say that the first humanoid robots, as we know them today, were created in the 1940s. Big companies have been making early versions of AI robots and humanoid-like ones for decades, and they have constantly presented those as the next generation of possible helpers. Before AI, robots were only programmed for one task. This means that they were limited and could only think the same way all the time. This is where AI comes in as the real innovation. AI can be trained and can learn just like humans. This powerful tool is like a blank canvas once it's inside a robot, and scientists can actually teach this robot how to think and solve problems. Right now, these robots can learn as if they were children and can use their experiences to actually solve complex problems on their own without any programming. If they are faced with something they don't know, there are new technologies that make the learning process much easier. Teleoperation is a unique type of technology that lets scientists move the robot and record what both are doing, so the robot can analyze all the options and pick the best one. So the real breakthrough in the robotics field is the combination of AI and robotics. Why? Well, as we said, robots already existed, and most of them were part of the daily lives in some countries. Asia is full of robots that have been there for decades providing food and services. This also happens in other countries, but most robots are a novelty and a form of entertainment. If you combine the AI factor, these robots are more than just a novelty. In just a few decades, they could change the way we work or the way jobs are shaped. Robots could become an essential part of our daily lives and our helpers. This is probably the hardest question, and one that's very difficult to explain unless you know about AI. First, we need to dig a bit more into the concept of AI and some of the ideas we explained before. So, we said that AI can learn and analyze like a child. What does this mean? Well, engineers are like mentors who are surrounded by super toddlers. AI can learn much faster than a human, but it needs hundreds upon thousands of pieces of data to actually develop what we call ideas. This is a time saver if you're facing a very difficult task. Now, engineers can save a lot of their programming and only research hundreds of possibilities and outcomes, so the machine can learn and understand what they need to do. And eventually, they could even develop their own methods and solutions for problems related to the tasks they have in front of them. This is the main reason why companies like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Nvidia, and more are so interested in AI development. Elon Musk, one of the biggest investors in this field, has said multiple times that robots will change the world. Tesla's robot, the Optimus, is a promising glimpse of what is to come. According to Tesla, Optimus will make the company grow to the trillion mark after its release. That sends us to the most important part of this video. According to Elon Musk, the future commercial release of the Optimus will help his company grow to the trillions in the market. Big tech companies are aiming for growth like this, trying to establish themselves as pioneers in this very juicy field. Now, this competition is like a race for most companies. For example, Tesla claims that there are 2 Optimus robots working autonomously in the company. There are robots working on Amazon, known as Digits, doing simple tasks and helping workers. In other words, every big company is trying to be the first to release the first AI-powered humanoid robot. Agility Robotics, one of the biggest competitors in the market, built a huge warehouse in Oregon to keep up with the orders. The Digit is one of the humanoid robots that are being tested in huge companies, and they believe that, upon its release, they will be capable of doing a lot of manual labor and dangerous and repetitive tasks without much trouble. They also believe that people will be able to recycle their machine by downloading the updates from any app store. Other companies aren't far behind these examples, steadily developing robots that are actually working already. The Phoenix robot, made by Sanctuary AI, is working on retailing, picking, and packing merchandise. The Apollo, a robot made to help astronauts, took a change too. Its 8th version is now a commercial humanoid robot capable of doing multiple tasks focusing on logistics and manufacturing. With a 4-hour battery life, the developers of this machine believe the robot will be capable of helping old people, retailers, and more. What are the predictions? Market and Wall Street analysts believe humanoid robots are the next big thing. They believe that everyone will need one, not for their daily use like smartphones, but for manufacturing and working purposes. As we said before, there is a labor shortage at work. There are a lot of factories and very few workers. These robots can work in those positions, they can fill dangerous jobs, they can be used for taking care of elderly people, and much more. There's a lot of conversation around the idea of robots replacing human workers, and it's not an easy one. But no matter what you think about it, this is happening, and companies are excited to develop and release, sooner rather than later, their own humanoid robots. This means that those sci-fi robots we saw in movies are going to be around us, and there's nothing we can do.